Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said Russia's latest attack on Zaporizhzhia, which killed at least 13 people and injured around 30 others, was a deliberate strike. Footage posted Wednesday on Zelensky's Telegram channel showed civilians lying in a city street littered with debris. Minutes before the attack, Regional Governor Ivan Fedorov had warned of a threat of high-speed missiles and devastating glide bombs being fired at the Zaporizhzhia region. Russian troops started launching glide bombs at Zaporizhzhia in the middle of the afternoon, and at least 2 bombs struck residential buildings in the city, Fedorov said. During his nightly address on Wednesday, Zelensky also called for other countries to put pressure on Moscow to force Russia into peace. "We must continue doing everything necessary to protect lives and stop deaths," he said.
Зараз в Запоріжжі триває рятувальна операція. Був удар російських бомб по місту, просто по цивільних людях. На жаль, 13 людей убиті. Мої співчуття рідним та близьким. Поранені 32 людини. Усім надається допомога. Це був удар просто по місту, по звичайним людям. Абсолютно свідомий удар російської армії. Це знов демонструє, що насправді потрібно Росії. Вони хочуть тільки війни і тільки жертв. Саме тому жодного дня не можна втрачати, треба тиснути на Москву, треба примушувати Росію до миру. Треба робити і надалі все необхідне, щоб захистити життя і зупинити смерті. І критично при цьому зберегти єдність всіх наших партнерів – Америки і Європи, усіх партнерів у світі, які допомагають.
The Russian Defense Ministry has published videos purporting to show its operations in and around Kharkiv, Ukraine. It comes as the ministry on Monday claimed its units had taken the city. A surveillance operator commented on the storming of a residential block in the western part of the city, noting that the troops encountered lots of elderly people, some children too. The Associated Press verified there are civilian infrastructure facilities such as a kindergarten and a junior college at the location described by the operator. Ukrainian forces defending the town dismissed the claim Monday while acknowledging that Russian forces were conducting assaults against urban areas. The town's fall would add to the Kremlin's list of conquests in the partially Russian-controlled Donetsk region during the almost 3-year special military operation.
Группы закатывались в пятиэтажки, зачищали подъезды. Очень много было гражданского населения в подвалах. Очень много стариков, дети попадались.
Противник всегда пытался потащить свои резервы постоянно. Он хотел цепиться за этот город, держал его как мог. Ну и работы было много на самом деле. Не само в Курахово, по окраинам, где они пытались там по дорогам свои резервы.
Давно на Кураховском направлении уже работаем. Когда вот это кольцо было, Кураховское, когда выбивали, когда шло и наступление их, шло контрнаступление, мы это все отбивали их под эти подвозы, подставки.
Russia's recent failed offensive in eastern Ukraine has left behind a graveyard of wrecked armor, writes Forbes analyst David Axe. The lack of snow and recent reports of a massive Russian offensive involving large numbers of T-62s point to Chasiv Yar, a fortress town in the Donetsk region. Judging by the density of the vehicle graveyard, a large assault force encountered stiff Ukrainian resistance and was quickly destroyed, the analyst writes. As Axe notes, most of the roughly 14 vehicles destroyed are conventional types, including older T-62 tanks and MT-LB armored tractors. However, there are a couple of curious, new tracked vehicles that appear to be homemade armored personnel carriers based on the T-62 chassis. As the analyst notes, the armored hull of the turretless T-62, combined with a 580 horsepower engine, should provide a reasonable degree of protection and mobility for any infantry. However, the problem with these vehicles, like the rest of the Russian equipment, is that none of them stand a chance in a massive attack under the explosions of drones. A Ukrainian blogger who posted the video of the vehicle's cemetery didn't specify the location, but the lack of snow and the recent reports of a massive Russian assault involving a lot of T-62s seem to point to Zaporizhzhia, a fortress town in eastern Ukraine's Donetsk Oblast that Russian forces have been trying and failing to capture for the better part of a year. Infantry attacking on foot can avoid drawing the attention of Ukraine's omnipresent first-person view drones, so it's still possible for the Russians to advance against the outnumbered Ukrainians, albeit slowly and at great cost. But once in a while, an attempt is made to speed up the process with an attack by an armored group, one Russian blogger explained. Every time the Ukrainians completely destroy it with FPV drones, taking anywhere from 20 to 60 minutes. Expect to see more T-62-based APCs as Russia's vehicle losses exceed 15,000 and purpose-built APCs become rarer. Also expect these improvised vehicles to suffer the same fates as the more sophisticated tracked BMP-3s and wheeled BTR-82s they're replacing. Rolling out under skies swarming with tiny drones, all the armored vehicles burn before reaching the enemy, the Russian blogger wrote.